Koushi is a middle school kid, like most anime protagonists. One day, Koushi's house burns down due to some accident. Instead of taking responsibility, his father chickens out and runs away, leaving Koushi to care for himself. As Koushi's lying on the streets with hunger, he runs into a girl named Minerva. We get to see Minerva's undergarments before seeing her face, which tells us everything we need to know about this anime. Minerva lives in the goddess dormitory at a women's university, so she takes Koushi there to help him clean up. But Koushi's definitely not ready for the nude ladies he runs into when taking a bath. Nor is he ready when he literally runs into Athena, and head first into her as well, soft parts between the legs. The kid accidentally causes Athena to climax just by moving his nose. So that's something. After the dust settles, Koushi tells the girls about his situation, how he has no place to stay, no money, and no job, so Minerva offers him to be their dorm mother. He'll have to take care of the dorm, clean, and cook for them. In return, he'll get to live there and also get a monthly allowance. All the other girls agree except for Athena. Apparently, Athena has androphobia, which is the fear of men, because she has lived all her life around women. Athena decides to leave the dorm instead of living together with Koushi. Koushi gets guilty, so he rejects Minerva's offer and he tells Athena to go back. Now it's Athena's turn to get guilty, so when Koushi sleeps out in the cold, she carries him back. Now that he has been accepted, Koushi's determined to be the best dorm mother for them. However, Koushi soon realizes that their dorm is called the problem dorm because of how dirty and unkempt the whole place is. Koushi goes to clean the garbage, but Minerva is just letting it all hang out while she conducts her science experiments. He gets away, but another girl named Frey takes him and forces him to wear embarrassing cosplay outfits. Frey even forces him to measure her body, and things get a little funky. Suddenly, one of Minerva's experiments goes wrong, so they all run outside to escape toxic fumes. Minerva and Frey are very chill about the inconvenience they have caused everyone. So Koushi scolds them for being so irresponsible and uncaring. Athena also scolds everyone for walking around naked while Koushi is there, so she commands everyone to wear decent clothes around Koushi. Such a shame. One night, when Koushi's trying to get some sleep, the girl upstairs, Kiria, accidentally breaks the floor and falls right on top of Koushi's face. Turns out, Kiria is a tomboy who's really into martial arts. And she also loves cheesy romantic manga so much that she starts punching things when she gets flustered. That's how she broke her own floor. Since her floor is broken, Kiria sleeps in Koushi's room. She loses control and starts grappling with him, and she even starts getting turned on by the process. So Koushi runs away and sleeps in Kiria's room upstairs. As he's sleeping, another girl, Serene, walks into the room and asks if he wants to fix the room. Koushi says yes, so Serene kisses him, saying that she will use the moon's magic to fix everything. The next morning, the room is just the way it was before. Koushi does not understand how Serene managed to fix the floor, and it's not really explained, to be honest. The next morning, everyone is friendly with Koushi. Athena is surprised. In order to see what kind of a guy he is, she goes with him during grocery shopping. On the way, Athena accidentally runs into some boys. Before she can start bleeding out of her nose, Koushi takes her away to a safe place. Koushi accidentally calls Athena big sister, and that actually turns her on. Like, what? Every single time Koushi says big sister, Athena starts undressing mentally. Really weird. When the others hear about it, you know what they do? They also want him to call them big sister. Seriously, all of these girls are perverts. All of them claim to be the best big sister, and they start competing to determine who Koushi should call their big sister. All of them have their own ways, all of which are lewd and perverted. After working as the caretaker in the goddess dormitory for so long, Koushi starts missing his school. He hasn't been back since his house burned down. The moment he steps back into school, his childhood friend, Tsuteya, welcomes him by beating the crap out of him. The girl is a tsundere after all. She's angry that Koushi never contacted her after the fire incident. Throughout the day, she becomes angry at him, like your good old-fashioned tsundere. Tsuteya also has a condition where her body cannot tolerate even a little bit of heat. That was how they became friends in the first place. Since even the body heat of other people was too much for Tsuteya, he could not hang out with the other kids. So Koushi used to dip his hands in ice before touching her. He was the first person who touched her, so she has always been in love with him. In the present day, Koushi tells her all about the goddess dorm. Hearing this, Tsuteya gets jealous, so she comes to check on the dorm with him. The moment they reach the place, Minerva and Frey come out, half naked, due to another one of her failed science experiments. Not a good start for Koushi. Minerva and Frey immediately realize that Tsuteya is in love with Koushi. They tease Athena, saying that she has competition. Tsuteya declares that she will determine if the dorm is a good environment for Koushi. She even has a caution meter when she's going around. When she sees Minerva's experiment room and Frey's cosplay room, her caution meter starts filling up faster than a corrupt man's pockets. So to give a better impression, Minerva decides to let Tsuteya stay the night. When they're getting ready to sleep, Koushi accidentally runs into Kiria, who's not wearing any clothes. As usual, they get into a bit of an accident and fall on top of each other, and Athena and Sataya see them. Sataya demands to know what Koushi's relationship with the girl is, friends with benefits or siblings or what, but Athena and Kiriya have no answer for her. Sataya gets angry and leaves them. So a few days later, Athena proposes that they all go for a vacation during the summer break and that Sataya should also come along with them. However, Serene does not want to take part in that, so Koushi goes to check what her problem is. Apparently, Serene is attached to the lunar power of the moon, whatever that is, and the lunar power is connected to various things in the dormitory. Also, she's antisocial. Yeah, I think that's the actual reason. So Athena gets her umbrella with a print of the moon in space on the inside. On top of that, Koushi also mends the tracksuit that Serene always used to wear but was starting to show some wear and tear. That seems to do the trick and Serene agrees to join them. They finally reach the seaside inn. The hot bath is good enough for them all. The girls even do a little peeping for poor Koushi. Next up, the thing that every anime needs, a beach episode. While swimming in the sea, a fish gets into Sataya's cave between the legs. She starts enjoying it a little too much and she almost drowns. But Koushi sees her. Since he can't swim, he asks Kiriya to save her. Later, some guys try to hit on Athena, so her androphobia starts to kick in. But Koushi gets between them and takes her away. Athena admits that she feels real safe around him and he's like family to her. However, Koushi does not feel happy hearing that. Once their break is over, they go back to living in their dorms. But Koushi has suddenly lost his high energy and he's acting a little glum with everyone. In order to cheer him up, Frey goes to talk with him. Nah, she forces him to cosplay with her even though he does not want to. While practicing swordplay, Frey asks him a series of questions and commands Koushi to reply without thinking. Because of her fast-paced questions, Koushi reveals what Athena said to him, that she feels safe around him and she sees him as family. Frey tells him that it's because he wants to be seen as a man and not a little kid, and he's not clear about it. Hearing this bit of psychoanalysis about himself, Koushi feels his whole world collapse. He says that he will start being clear about his feelings from now on. Sometime later, the university that the girls study at holds its annual festival. Frey is a member of the executive committee, so she shows Koushi and Sataya around. They go to Minerva's stall where she's selling some questionable homemade potions, but her stall is illegal, so she runs away. During the confusion, one of Minerva's potions accidentally falls into Koushi's bag. Another one of the potions breaks and spills its contents. The pink mist affects everyone, and soon there's a crazy hot mess with all the girls going to town on each other. Frey puts the girly wig on Koushi, and everyone starts to develop the hots for him. Him and Sataya. Isn't this pretty much harassment? I mean, Koushi and Sataya are middle schoolers. Just then, Serene arrives and she uses her strange powers to knock everyone back to their senses. Next, they go to meet Athena while she's practicing in a maid cafe in order to overcome her fear of men. It's difficult, but she does well. Sataya is fascinated by the maid outfits, so she also starts participating in the cafe while Athena goes out for some quality time with Koushi. They go to meet Kiriya, who is cross-dressing as a man. Koushi accidentally drinks Minerva's potion that has fallen into his bag. Apparently, it's a potion to reveal your true self. He immediately starts behaving like his own age, like a little kid. They go to a haunted maze and in the darkness, of course they get confused and Koushi accidentally lands his hands on the girl's melons. Wow, who saw that coming? Meanwhile, Minerva's potions creates more chaos for everyone. During the Christmas holidays, Kiriya's parents go out of town, so she has to take care of her family dojo and host the Christmas party. Koushi goes with her to help her shop for the Christmas party. While they're together, Kiriya starts wondering if she's on a date with a little Koushi, maybe she's also starting to fall for him seriously. Later, Kiriya asks Frey to design a Santa costume for her. The scene where they measure for the costume is pretty raunchy. Koushi is getting quite the view. Soon it is Christmas Day. Kiriya, Koushi, and Serene go to Kiriya's hometown family dojo where some little kids are practicing judo. Serene also practices judo, and if any one of you have ever watched a judo match, you know that the clothes never stay on. Same with Serene. Quite a few of her chestal area, if you will. Later, Kiriya and Serene dress up in skimpy Santa costumes and give gifts to the little kids. Since Koushi is dressed as a reindeer, Serene rides him, without wearing anything underneath. Then she just starts grinding on him. Later, Koushi and Kiriya spend a close and intimate moment together. They even almost kiss, but Serene arrives just then and ruins the moment. One day, the goddess Dorm gets a katatsu, a table with a warning mat covering it. As expected, all the girls start teasing Koushi by playing with his legs underneath. They play footsies with each other and with each other's crotches. Koushi says that this is his first katatsu ever. After all, he has no family or home. Koushi invites Sataya over to do their winter homework. However, the katatsu is too warm and cozy and Koushi falls asleep. Koushi stretches in his sleep and his foot accidentally reaches between Sataya's legs and he starts vibrating. Sataya gets absolutely turned on and she has to turn the table over to control herself. Sometime later, Koushi starts doing spring cleaning in the room. Serene's room starts bursting with a weird goo, so they close off the place. Then they start cleaning Frey's dirty room until it's finally clean. Next they go to Minerva's room, and her room has a secret laboratory inside her room. Like, where did she get all the space? It's like Harry Potter's magic tent in there. Finally, they open Serene's door. She has a whole lot of things in there. She has been collecting memento for everyone living in the room, which is pretty touching. They also find some alcohol on the pile, and the college girls drink it until they get drunk. Then they all pile themselves on top of Koushi. But of course, Sataya arrives just then, and she is absolutely furious. Sometime later, we see that Athena has been knitting cute little gloves for Koushi. Since New Year's just around the corner, they all plan what to do. Koushi's glad that he's living with these wonderful people. When he was left on the streets, he never thought that he'd get to live like this. Later, he goes shopping with Korea. However, Koushi suddenly falls sick and passes out. All the girls start doting on him and caring for him a little way too much. Same with Sataya, but she's a tsundere, so she scolds him instead. She touches Koushi, but he's too warm, and since Sataya can't handle all the heat, she faints. Frey takes this opportunity to dress as a skimpy nurse and runs her hands all over Koushi's body. So Athena comes and scolds her. In a bit of confusion, Athena's blouse slips and her chest lands right on Koushi's face, so she faints as well. When he goes for a warm bath, Frey and Serene are waiting for him in seductive clothes. They rub lotions all over themselves and then rub their bodies in Koushi's body. Then one of Minerva's potions causes that explosion that takes away hers and Athena's clothes. Because, of course. Koushi's fever gets worse, so Athena stays up all night taking care of him. Athena talks to him and says that she used to be so scared of men. But Koushi was so different, and he helped her overcome her fear little by little. Life has been so much more interesting and better since he started living with him. She falls asleep lying on top of him. Later, Koushi also wakes up and his fever is completely gone. Koushi gets back to his dorm mother's duties. Athena gives him the woolen gloves that she's been knitting for him. Koushi loves them, and he immediately wears them. They still have the New Year's party to prepare for, so they all go shopping together as one family. Subscribe for more videos like this, turn on the notification, and leave a like to help the channel out. Thank you for watching.